verify going forward. Going forward in future, we'll be able to verify this one. But saizi, it's not yet there. So once we make the phone number, the email, you just make sure the email, of course, does not exist. It's a new email. So if possible, get the correct email address. The importance of the correct email, the email is it's exactly what we'll be using for communication. Kuna anything, that's the email tutakuwa tuko nayo. So once you reach at this particular part, so let me have it as my name here. Um, then the password, you can have whatever password you want. And then now this is the first part, the referral code. So this is where you guys come in from. So the referral code here, you'll indicate your affiliate referral code. I think I've sent kila mtu yake. And kama hauna, not a problem. Also, this is the account ya Innocent. I was interacting with it. So once you open that affiliate app, ama you log in through the web, this is the links. I'll be sharing the links kwa group, so don't worry about them. So the links zitakuwa something like this one. So once you just log in, this is the page you'll see. So these are the links you can copy and share to your socials. So either in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, blah blah blah. But the most important thing is this code. So this is the code that is the most important thing. So if we add this code here, if I copy this code, and then this guy is signing up, I just indicate that code here. So if I indicate the code, this particular part now, this customer, all the shops he'll ever create will be placed under me. So that's how the code works. For me, the code is the most important thing. More than the links. Mtu anaweza click link alafu akuwe busy awachane nayo aende ashughulikie vitu zingine. But for the code, exactly you get that particular client inside your whatever, inside your link. So once they create an account, this is now the new interface. So more like the same, just that some few changes here and there. Number one, on the left here, as you can see, now you're able to the shops and the shortcuts ziko on the same line. The other one ilikuwa ni shop hapa na the account was here. Sijui kama I can try and do this one here. Let me try and compare the two. um, Let me compare this one so that it becomes very easy for us to compare the two. So yes, so this is the current version, or what you call the version 4. So this is what people are using. As you can see, the shops are here, the account is here. So we found that kuna watu wanashindwa kuambia mtu hebu login ama do something, they are not sure iko wapi. So the new design kidogo tumeiweka zinafuatana tu hapa chini. So that's the first part. The second thing is we realized the shortcuts here. Sometimes with this new version, if I tell someone to go and make a sale, it's a long process kidogo. You have to click here, you have to go to add sales, you have to come here to pick the items. So let's say I've picked those items. You have to come here, maybe adjust the quantity upwards or something. Uh, yes, or something like this one. Okay, that one, and then I come here save. So those are like almost 4 or 5 clicks. But now with the new one, those who want it faster, we have the three major buttons down here. So you can, when you want to make a sale, you just click this one here. Once you click there, okay, I don't have the items, but if I have the items, I just add the items here and then I save, and immediately I make my sale, and then it's done. So the buttons are here, but that doesn't mean the old buttons are not there. Hapana, bado ziko. There are those who want the long process. Go to sales, go to that. They can still do that one. So that is the first change, the first interface. The other change that we have is now the AI. So we have the AI aspect here, whereby we're trying to do more with the AI. I'm sure we've had the AI in almost every aspect. So the StockApp 5.0 will come with the AI. So this is just the first part, whereby you can always ask the AI some basic questions, how to make sales. And then this one, you see, it's able to help you or the customer on the easy, the activities of the application. How do I make sales? So the app will be able to tell you. So this is the first phase. The second phase, or what you're calling now the StockApp agentic features, you'll be able, not just like ChatGPT, you'll be able to just ask anything. For example, like get a report of a particular product. Then instead of you, like right now, instead of you going to stock setup, then you click an item, you do this, you do that, you'll be able to ask, and then the AI goes through the app, filters around everything about that particular item and give you a detailed report. So that is the, that is now whatever we are working on about the AI, to make sure it is as detailed as possible. So the AI, it wasn't in version 4, but now it will be here. So the shortcut is still there. You're able to move around easily, again via the shortcut. So the other steps are the normal one. Sorry, that is Mugambi and Sarah Kenya. I'm sure you guys maybe interact sana na the application. So just a quick preview of how the app works. So we have stock setup. So this is where we set up the inventories for the very first time. So you click stock setup. You can do that in two ways. Number one, you can add products one by one. So you select if it's a product or it's a service. The categories, not really a must, but yes, in case you want, you can always pick, let's say these are speakers, then I'm dealing with, let's say mine is Sony GLT. So buying price, how much am I buying one? Let's say maybe I'm buying at 25,000. I'm selling at around 28,500. And then in my store, I have like 5 right now. So those are the 4 mandatory fields that you always need to fill before you save a product. Yes. So once you do that one, you just click the save button, and then the product will be added here. So that is the first step, the easy step. Or alternatively, you can do what we call the import procedure. So this is whereby if a client has items on Excel, you can easily click import items and then import from Excel. So the Excel must follow this formats. Again, the first 4, the name, the quantity, the BP, and the SP. These are the mandatory fields. Hizi zingine sio lazima sana, but the first 4, make sure your Excel follows that particular format. So once you have that one, you just click import from Excel. Then you just look at that particular document. So like this one, you see it could not read that one because the quantity column ilikuwa na issue. So the moment it tells you something like that one, all you need to do is to ensure the format is correct. So just get your report in that particular order. So as long as it's in that order, you can always upload. So here I'm able to select all the items. Once I have the items with me, I'm able now to select all the items I want. I can of course always change or something like that one. And yeah, so once everything is clear, I want everything uploaded. I can select the category, which we said is not a must. So I can select the categories, nataka zote ziende kwa TVs. So once I do that one, I just click submit, and then give it a sec or two, and then now I'm able to add all the items. So this is always the easiest way when the client has so many items and unataka kumsaidia upload. You see, it has taken me less than 5 seconds to add over 900 items in the system. So luckily for this guy, everything equals 0, 0. So I'm able to do that one easily. So once I do that one, now I have all the items with me. So some of our selling points, number one, StockApp now comes with the stock value. I know Karo, pole karibu pigwe mawe, we are one of the clients, Jane, on matters to do with the stock value. So initially, as we were starting over StockApp, this button, this icon here about the stock value, it was more like an estimate. But many people, it was a do or die for them. Like hii ndio kitu inafanya msee anajua akona items za pesa ngapi. So for us tulikuwa to make it's an estimate, but for them it was so serious. So that one made us now to completely rethink the whole thing and ensure that it is as correct as possible. So right now this is very correct, the stock value and also the profit estimate. So the stock value, in case mtu atakuuliza, it's based on the buying price multiplied by the quantity available. So for example, like this particular item, I'm buying at 120, I'm selling at 150. So the 120, if I had 10 of them, now the stock value ingeongezeka by 10 multiplied by 120, that is 1200, ndio ingeongeza the value here. The profit estimate is basically the selling price, you less the buying price, then you multiply by the quantity. So again, if I had 10, ingekuwa it's 150 minus 120, that is 30, multiply by 10, that's 300. So this figure ingeongezeka na 300 bob. So that's how we calculate the stock value and the profit estimate. So that's about this particular part. Now, while still here, we have what you call the count. So this is basically how they do stock taking. So someone, you might find a client has a challenge on how to do stock taking. So on the system, they can just do that one easily, while at this particular part. So they can always change the physical count, and once that has been changed, you can always select whatever, if it's balancing or if it's count. Once you do that one, you update, then you can see now the figures have changed a bit as well. So that's how the system works. Also on my top right corner, you can see the reports that we are able now to export. That is for all items, the stock running low, out of stock item, the dead stock. So dead stocks are items that have not been sold for the past 60 days. So if you have an item ambayo hujauza for 60 days, by default falls under the category of dead stock. Then we have the stock counting sheet, can generate barcodes, and then the price list and the category list. So all this for now it's PDF. Tumeweka generate na PDF all across the application. So anything about inventories, you'll get them under this particular part. Anything about inventory. So that's about the inventory and the stock setup. Then you have the stockings and orders manager. So this is basically the purchases. So I wanted to take you guys through so that kama kutakuwa na some questions, I'll take them a little bit towards the end of the presentation. So we have the stock in and orders manager. So this is basically the purchases part. So how customers wanafanya restocking of their products. So the first thing, of course, is always to add the stock ins. So once they do that one, this one here, oh, on this one we've added the refresh icon. Kuna sometimes something has happened, haijaonekana or something like that, they can always refresh the cart while at this particular part. So of course you can always select the items with you here, and once you do that, you just update the quantity. You can always update the quantity, and then once you save, um, of course it's added back in the system again. Sorry, just a minute, I'm coming back. Yeah, sorry for that. So basically, once you do that, that's how you'll be able to do, in short, the restocking. And back to the home page, the page that we said, you can always do the restocking and the sales easily from this particular page. So you click here, as you can see, immediately nanilete kwa that particular page, and I can save it almost on the spot. So that simply means that now it's the clicks may reduce from almost from almost 5 to nearly 2 or 3. Yeah, so that's how you'll be able to do that one. Now, still under the stock in and orders manager, we've said this is anything about the purchases. So once you add the stockings items here, you can always check the reports either for the day. This is how the reports will be, that is for this particular day. You can always export the reports on your top right corner. We always have that download icon, or you can check for the month. It's still the same. Now we're coming to the end of the month, so you can always see all that report here. So that is the second thing. The third thing is about the monthly stock-ins. You realize once a customer uses the app of a month, so wanaweza taka kuangalia the reports for the previous months kule nyuma, so they can always come here, sort, and then they can change the year in case it's over 1 year. Then they can always change here and get the report for whatever period wanataka. Then you have the suppliers manager. So there are those businesses, very common with Somali. A friend of mine had a joiner anaitwa Abubakar. So a very common trend with Somalis whereby they buy items on credit and then they pay later. Now, how do you do that one? Just like the first one, you add stock-ins here. You select the items that you want to buy. Then you add the supplier here. So you can, if you have the suppliers, you'll be able to select them. If no, just add the supplier for the very first time. So let's say the supplier is called Mugambi, and then the phone number as well. There is no one uh, phone number that can be accessed by multiple users, multiple people. So tafadhali, every time you introduce the same to the customer, tafadhali, for the customer's part and for the supplier's part, that is customers on credit and suppliers on credit, make sure this one, the phone number is unique. Hakuna watu wawili wanaweza fananisha phone numbers. So once you do that one and then you add it here, you can definitely now change the mode of payment that this is on credit. So once it's on credit and then you save it here, daily itaingia kwa this particular supplier. So when you come to suppliers manager, you should be able to see the supplier hapo na ile deni anatudai. So once umelipa your supplier, again you just come to suppliers manager, you click the supplier and then you click deposit. So you select the date, umelipa lini, it's today, then nimemlipa how much, let's say nimelipa 170 bob. So once you do that, the deni will reduce, yes, and then you can see now the balance ambayo imebakia. So the same model, the same design is exactly what you can find for customers. In case you normally sell items on credit, you can always select the customer, you add the amounts, and then once they pay, you come here, you update that via the deposit button. So that's how you interact with the customers and the suppliers part. So we have the add order. This is a bit new. So the orders is a very good example. Restaurants, you go to a hotel, you itisha chapati, you itisha chai and stuff, and then you'll pay at a later, so some little minutes later, or a club. So the easiest way is to just pick the orders. So this is for suppliers. Again, the model is the same na kwa customer. So you just add the name of the supplier. Maybe you are taking these items on, you're placing an order for this particular supplier. More or less, those who are into accounting kidogo, we can say it's more like the purchase order. So bado hatuja receive, but we want to receive those particular items. So you can always select them here, and you've placed that as an order. The moment it has been delivered, we have the orders tab here. So I can see my order here that has been sent to Mugambi. So once I receive the items from Mugambi, I'll just come, long press the entry and then update the order status. So you can mark it as delivered. So now the supplier has delivered the items to me. The perfect example is when you are now the one doing that process. A very good example to your customers. So today you buy something online on Jumia. We've done that before. You normally receive a notification via your email. Remember, we said the emails will be very important now for those type of communications. So itakwambia your items will be shipped soon, your items have been this, your item that, and all that and all that. So you are able to get all these updates just from your system. So basically that's about the stock-ins and orders manager, about the purchase. So the same thing is exactly about the customers now. Everything I've explained, it is what we find for customers. So how you add your sales, in case a customer ameplace an order, ni kitu anafaa deliver baadaye, you're able to pick that under orders. You're able to check the reports for the today, this month, monthly, customers. And then we have the bad stock. So bad stock is basically items that ulinunua but you can't sell. A practical example, vitu zime expire. Someone deals with expiring items. Ni chemist, ni boutique, that is beauty products, you know, ni shops, maziwa, mkate, and something like that one. They cannot sell them again. So you definitely come and get that report here. And also, maybe I forgot to mention this. For this calendar, you're able to check sales or the stockings report for a particular period. A very good example. You see, today is 26th. So if I want to check something ya jana peke yake, now that's where the calendar comes in. Like jana was 25th, you just double click that particular date. So you double click that particular date, it's able to pull for you that particular reports for that particular date. Alternatively, you might want to check report for a week. You see, we don't have a week. Down here, we don't have a week. So I can click the start date and the end date. So that's another thing that maybe most of you didn't know. You can always select for a particular period by picking the start and the end days. And yes, you're able to get the report as well. So we have the profit and expenses manager. So this is what you call more of like a simplified P&L. So here you record the expenses as you incur them. So we have the add expenses down here. So for the expenses, by default, we've given you around 6 categories. So these are just the most common ones that we've thought about. So you can always add your own categories here. So let's say something that is not here is commissions. Um, so this is maybe in your business you have some commissions, you have some adverts costs. So you normally do some adverts online and stuff. So you can always add these categories here. Now, once you have the categories with you, now how do you add the expenses? You just click add expenses here. You select the category. So let's say it's advert cost. So we can say this is FB ads. So on your FB ads, you spend like, let's say 2,500, and then you can save that one. Then if there was anything else, maybe you did some delivery and then it was around 500 bob, you can always add your expenses as the your car. And once you have them here, so we've introduced the list button whereby you're able to see the reports for the whole month. So the other one was only picking for one day. So we came to realize someone might want the report here, all of it for the whole 1 month. So tumeweka hivyo so that now once you generate the reports with you here, you have the whole report for the whole period. So everything broken down. The other one, the current version 4, it's not doing this one. So version 5, you will be able to do all that. So at the end of the day or at the end of the month, you now have your categories well analyzed in terms of their expenses. Also, we have the reports. So for the reports, I know this is just a new store, but if you had expenses since January, zingekuwa zimejipanga hapa all the way, and also for the different the categories here pia zingekuwa ziko hapa na zimejipanga. So that's about the categories and what we call the the reports on this particular part. So that's it. Number next, we have, while still on the profit and expenses manager, I'm a bit quick because I didn't want to take a lot of your time. We have now how you check the profits. Remember, you've done your sales, number one. Number two, you've done your expenses. So that is the second thing. So what you need to do is, now how do you check the profit? Now to do that one, you just click on the period, just like the other calendar, you just select whatever you want. So if it's today, you just click on today. And then once you click on there, the system is now able to tell you based on your sales, based on your gross profit, that is the sales after you less the cost of sales. Then based on the expenses that you have, now what's your net profit? So this is how you get your net profit, and you get that report and you can actually export it again on your top right corner. We always have the reports on the top right corner of the system. Yeah. So that is one thing that needs to be very clear all across the application. E-download button, you'll always see it itakuwa pale juu on your top right corner. So apart from that one, we have the yearly graphical analysis. So this is basically how the app analyzes your business for the whole 1 year in form of a graph. So you're able to see which month the business was high, which month the business was low, and so on and so forth. So this is very clear, especially when you have when you've used the app for quite some time. Maybe at this particular part, let me share something. Let me just use an account that I know it's live. Um, Yes. So the yearly graphical analysis, so it should look something like this one. So at least this one alianza kutumia all the way from January or thereabout. So you're able to see how the business is doing and you can get the reports. So that's about the graphical view. Then you have the list view. So this is more of like, again, a simplified report that you can see the whole year's performance of your business from a single page. So you can see the sales for January, the sales profit, what are the bad stock in case you had some, the expenses and your profit. And again, this one you can export. A very important document that can be used by financial guys, the financial institution. Wakati umeenda kuulizwa na bank how your business imekuwa ikiperform, you can always get that report here. And once you click on any particular part, it takes you to that particular part, I mean that particular period, the respective feature. So if it's the sales, it's able to take me back to the sales that particular month. I'm able to see all that. So yes, that's about the profit and the yearly graphical analysis. We as well have what we call the product comparison. Remember, from the beginning, StockApp was not just for helping businesses to keep their records. No, we wanted to give you analytical tools that can help you manage your business, that can help you give information. Ukiangalia your business from a particular angle, you know this is what goes, this is what moves fast, this is what I need to restock more, this is what I need to do, etc, etc, etc. So that's about the profit, I mean that's about the product comparison in your application. So anything about the profit and some analytics, you'll find them under profit and expenses manager. So we have the cash flow manager. So basically this shows how money moves in and out in your business. So the easiest way is, again, the whole aspects of your business that entails money. For example, sales. So this is the total cash sales I've done so far. This is the total purchases I've done so far. This is the expenses I've incurred in this particular store. And then this is the customer wallet, the money I've received. So when you take this one and then you less this one, you get this figure here. So you're able to see, in short, how money moves in and out. So for a start, this figure will always be negative. So we normally say you just balance it off. We've tried to explain here, but kidogo tumeona it's either not very clear and many people tend to leave it out. But what we normally say is, if this figure is negative, you just click add cash in here. You select the category. Maybe you can pick capital or balancing. You update that particular amount. If it's negative 20,000, you just write 20,000 here. And the moment you save, it becomes zero. Huyu mtu anaanza business afresh. So we have that one here. Again, the report, you can always pull that from my top right corner as well. So that's about the cash flow. We have the my attendance or the employees part. So one of the selling points is, and what many systems don't do, is they don't have this aspect whereby me as a business owner, I can employ someone. Right now I should see a client alikuwa ananiambia, so she's traveling, she'll be in, I think, Uganda for like a month. Kuna conference wanaenda. But wherever she is, ameacha biashara na akona wafanyikazi. So she was so worried atakuwa naona aje biashara yake. Now this is where we come in. So once you add a new employee here, you just add a new employee, either is a store attendant or is a store manager. So once you add them here, you give them their name. I think you can just try to do that one. So we do here is Kimani, and then the password 12345. So you can do that. We have the roles and permissions. You can always set whatever you want, what you don't want. You can always enable them here, or you can always hide them, not a problem. So once you've done all that and then you save that particular attendant, now the system generates a unique user ID. There is this ID. So this is very important. This is what this attendant will use to log in. Otherwise, I know Amina is not the only Amina we have in Kenya alone, actually even worldwide. So, but this code, this unique user ID is only for this Amina. So this is the user ID utapatia your attendant, and the password tumeweka in this case 12345. If umesahau for whatever reason, you just click that attendant and then you have this one here, change password. You can always change the password. So in case umesahau, it's not a problem. You just change in a sec. Yeah? So you'll be able to do that and then you come back. So that's how you give the attendant the part to log in. When you are starting over, we had two parts, store attendant and store owner. So the store attendants will click store attendant, itawauliza the user ID and then the password. That's it. Now, about the store attendant, now once ameanza kutumia the system, ana interact nayo and so on and so forth. Here on my top right, we have what you call the analytics. So I'm able to see huyu attendant ameperform aje. So in case I have multiple, a very good example, wale wenye wanawaka kwa boutiques, and not kwa boutiques, sorry, kwa salon, ama kwa kinyozi, you have a business whereby depends, you know, the business is purely commission. Ama hata the sales people kwa ground. So this one shows the performance of each and every attendant. So like for here, I can confirm huyu attendant amekuwa kiperform aje. So I'm able to see the performance yake. Now if I'm paying the attendant based on the commission, it's something I'll be able to enable, and then the figures will appear here. Nitaona amefanya sales za this much, this month, and then this is the profit nimepata from this particular person, and then commission yake ni ngapi. I'm able to see so that I'm able to rate the guy correctly. So that's how you view, that's how you interact with your attendants in the system. Then apart from that one, we have the usage manager. So as we all know, we are not scammers. We've been in business for over 5 years now, going on the 6th year. And one thing that has been there for us is we want to be as straight and as transparent as we can. So the system charges some subscription fee that we normally charge our users. So to create an account, it's free, and to use the app for 7 days. That is the first thing. It has to be very, very clear. So for us, we don't normally charge someone to create an account. We don't. And we also don't charge someone to use the app for 7 days. No, we don't. But you guys, that's where the first part of you earning with StockApp starts. How? You meet a client. I think we've done this before with Kimani. You meet a client. The client is interested na StockApp kabisa, yeye StockApp imembamba, anataka kuitumia, but this client hajui anything about StockApp, ako busy, haezi hajui anything basically about StockApp. So what you guys do is you help them do several stuff. Number one, you create an account for them. Wachukua simu yake ama kani kwa kompyuta yake, ama kwa kompyuta yako tu ama kwa simu yako. Unauliza details ni gani mama, what's your name, what's your email, and so on and so forth. You create an account for them, number one. Number two, you help them do stock taking. Remember that Excel file to be uploaded at the beginning of the meeting. So you do your stock taking. Maybe you guys, you are two of you, ama you are just alone. Unafanya stock taking yako yote ukifeed kwa Excel in that order format tulikuwa tumeweka, and then you sit down. Whatever I'm doing with you right now, you do the same with them. You take them through, you show them what is stock setup, how do they add the items, how do they make sales, how do they do that, then you charge for that one. So we call it like your setup costs. So that's where you can earn the first part of StockApp earnings. Yeah. So that's the first part. That setup fee we completely don't charge. That one we don't charge. Hiyo ni wewe na client wako. Umemwambia nitakufanya kila kitu but nitakucharge 5k. That's okay. Wewe you'll get that 5k. It's the very first part. And I've always said an example. I have someone ambaye yeye target yake per week it's only to have 2 customers. So he charges them 5k for setup. So with 2 customers a week, only 2. So the guy takes home 10k a week for helping a customer, 2 customers, just to set up everything from scratch up. Yeah. So once you do that one, you'll be able to get the first earning. That is your money. Sometimes we've had this case with some of you. Mtu anakuambia now the client yeye anasema to avoid ukora, and it's something that we're also trying to do. Yeye anataka kulipa kwa the company. So anataka pay bill ya kampuni, anataka kulipa pesa huko. Ndio asikupatie pesa wewe ni mkora utoroke nayo. So we say no problem. So we normally agree, akilipa tunakupatia the pay bill number, akilipa kwetu with everything, then we'll be able of course to charge some small fee, and then we give you back your money. So kama tumeagree whatever the percentage tutakuwa tumeagree, so wakilipa, and then the money comes to us, and then we cut our commission, because now it's us again helping you. So we normally charge basically around 10% or so. So we get the money in our till, then we sort it out back to you. So that's the first part. Number two, the app is not free. We said it's free to download, to install, and to use for 7 days. After that one, we normally have some rates. So we charge 500 shillings for 3 months. We charge 1350, 500 bob for 30 days, 1350 for 3 months, 2650 for 6 months, and then 5k for 1 year. So whatever the package the client pays, right now you guys, the affiliates, we are giving you guys 20%. So that is flat rate. We are giving guys 20% of whatever the amount the client pays. So how do they pay? They just select whatever the package they want, and then by default you have M-Pesa. So this is the M-Pesa. This is for the Kenyans. M-Pesa is the most prevalent way out. So once they pay here, it comes to us, and then on your side it registers it has been paid. So you'll be able to see nani amelipa pesa ngapi, and how much is your 20% of that amount. So I'll be able to show that in a few. So you'll be able to do that one. So guys, you don't need to be worried. If someone is out of the country, not a problem. They can always have their way out. So we have these two options. So we have the Flutterwave. So this one is processing payments, and also we have the PayPal. So mtu kama ako outside Kenya, someone is in UK, lakini ako na biashara locally, because that's another niche I was discussing with someone. The guy is working abroad, and then they've invested back home. Kuna msee alienda US, ama kuna mtu ako Gulf, lakini anakuaga na boutique mahali in town. So that is a perfect customer that we can approach, kwa sababu StockApp will give them that aspect of them seeing their business even when they are away. So once they pay, kama ako Gulf or wherever those guys are, in case they pay, again, they can use any of these two methods, but you still get your commission. The best thing about StockApp is you are earning as long as they are paying. So we are saying for now it's for lifetime. So as long as you have your 100 customers paying every month, then you can always get money. You can always get us paying you each and every single month for as long as the money comes in. So that's about the payment part. So once they pay, it's automatically inaongeza the days here, and everything works well. Also, another change is the shop settings button. Tumeileta hapa chini. And the reason is ulikuwa unaambia to go to shop settings, they don't know where the shop setting was. So tumeilete hapa so that they can just click that one, and then they're able to go to the shop settings easily. Maybe to change the name of the shop, the details here, they can always try and change some details hapa about the shop details, about the notification. We are working on this. They're able to check about their data, about enable, that is the custom features, and so on and so forth. So to go to shop settings easily, we now have a button here. So yes, that's how the app works from the Outlook. On the side, now what you call the sidebar, you are able to see the shops here. This is always the shop ID. Again, they can always click here, and then it takes them to the shop settings also. So that's about the shop settings. Also, it's good, I say, StockApp, you're able to manage multiple stores. We normally charge per store. So if you get, I know Kimani had a client who had about 6 stores. So Kimani, there was a time alikuwa anakula vizuri. So for every store that they pay, again, we are paying you. We want to be as honest and transparent as possible. So if you can go, for example, you get, I normally see them, let's say, Denry, for example, there's that bag brand called Denry. So Denry, they are all across the country. So let's say they have like 100 stores, or what TikTok. I normally hear Mama saying Nila Baby Shop. I know Caro, you know Nila Baby Shop. So you go, you convince Nila Baby Shop with all her stores scattered across the country to use StockApp under one platform, and then definitely you'll be able to earn every time she pays for whatever the package and for whatever the store that she's paying for. So in short, if you have someone who has 10 stores, they come on board, they are paying 10 times, we will be paying you 10 times commission. So it is as straightforward as that. So hakuna maneno mingi kupita kurudi hapana. So it is straight, to the point. They pay, we pay you 20%. Whatever the package. Umeenda, I know Innocent one time alifanya something like that one. You have a client amekwambia mimi sitaki kulipa kila mwezi. I want to take a bigger package. I'm used POS inalipiwa 30k. So I want to pay a longer package. Then you convince the guy to pay for 5 years. So they pay 5,000 times 5, that is 25,000. And then he's okay with that. Fine. Akilipa the 25,000, you get your 20% of that one. Yes. So we get you your 10k and life moves on. So in short, it's 20% flat rate for whatever the package that has been paid. So that's how you make money. Up to there about the app. Anyone with a question, so that we just have a sec, we look at the affiliate app and then we call it a day. So about the inventory, about how the app works. Kuna anyone with a question maybe?
Yes, I have one.
Mm-hmm.
The backup, I noticed it is happening monthly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, sorry. So initially, we used to. I think data ilikujeka kwa big sana. Now that you guys, of course, are a part of us now, tunambiana tu kweli. So initially, the interest. I mean, initially we wanted to, what do we call it? We used to send the customers the backup every month. But now, to realize, okay, we ran into some challenges here and there. So we no longer send that one, but it's something we're planning to resume. But the backup is not monthly. By the way, we do backup, I can say almost every minute. So that's why if right now, Kim, I ask you to log in on your side about this particular in this particular account D3 83979, and then you log in and I make a sale right now. I make this sale here. If I make this sale here and then I ask you to log in on your side, I can assure you, you already have this one. This sale ukiingia kwa this account, you will definitely have this sale here because it's real time. Ndio maana tunasema we normally advise ya kwamba if possible ask your customers ama your prospects wakue online as much as possible. The moment any information wamemake imehit our server, hiyo data iko, it has been packed up already. Ni vile sasa sisi kuwapatia. Ndio maana we were trying to introduce this aspect here, the data backup here. We wanted to ensure that in future lakini, so once you enable the data backup, it's not yet right now, but one, you'll be able to enter your email, then you'll say which date you want to be receiving the backup, and we are now introducing this one. You can download the backup right now, at least once a day. So kama hauna imani sana na sisi, which I don't understand why yet you're using our product, ikifika mwisho wa siku, ukifunga kazi jioni, you come here, you download the backup, you have it in your computer. Then kesho you do that. But we are saying you don't need to do that because we are doing that in real time. Sisi tuko na servers zetu doing that backup for you in real time. Just that kukutumia is what we used to send to you on a monthly basis, which we might resume as we go forward. But for backup, don't need to worry. We are doing that for you. Sawa, Kim?
Sawa, that's okay.
Nice. Anyone else? Any other question? Go ahead. Karo, you want to say something? Yes, Sarah Kenya. Go ahead.
Ken, that's a good presentation of the system.
Thanks.
I just wanted to find out on the point of sale. Some people prefer the pictorials,
Yes.
especially restaurants when they are selling food, or even some of these Somalis that I've interacted with. They want a pictorial so that they believe, you know how Kenyans are.
Yes.
So I don't know if I've not seen that provision here, but I know you
Sorry, I've lost you.
there. Maybe I was good. Yeah,
Sorry,
it's a good system.
please repeat. You know, it was there or something. I think I had lost you for 2 seconds.
I'm talking of the point of sale.
Yes, yes.
the point of sale, I'm seeing as if it's a list view instead of
The pictures.
you see like yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So apologies for that. So it's true. The pictures again, we had to hold them kidogo. The previous version, I think this one used to have that one. Yeah, the previous version, there are some places we were having that. This is what you're talking about, right?
Mm,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So yeah. So for now, kidogo tumeiweka on hold, but yes, it's something that's coming up. We again remember my biggest sitaki kujitetea sana, but there was a point ilifika, there was a lot of data. It was so huge, over karibia sijui 27 million entries, and then we have to process all of them and stuff. So it was so huge. So we decided, niaje, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna try and dismantle the whole thing and ensure if it's Patia image, how are we going to do that to ensure the servers and all that, so that we have a system that is scalable. With this version, actually, we are trying to ensure the issue ya go down. Those who've interacted with the system, I know Caro is a witness. Kuna some time and I received so many calls, maybe the system was down and something like that. We don't want to repeat those kind of mistakes. So the pictures right now has echo, but it's something definitely we are working on. I think within a month or so, we should be able to have something about the pictures. We're trying to get the best service provider of the same that will be effective, that will be scalable, that will not be taking a lot of space, so that whoever comes on board na pictures, again, itakuwa very easy. One thing that I haven't really shown, and it's not yet there, but will definitely come, is what we call the shop around, basically the e-commerce. So this is something that definitely will need pictures. Whereas you can imagine trying to buy something on Jumia na haina picture, you can't really do that one. So the pictures, yes, will come as we are embarking on this particular feature, or what you call the e-commerce. So just in a nutshell, the e-commerce, or the order pub in our case, the way you've put it is very clear. We want you to be able to walk into a restaurant, and then with StockApp, you just scan a QR code in case they are using StockApp, and you as a customer, you also have StockApp with you. So you can just scan a QR code of that restaurant. So the whole restaurant, like just like this one here, about to make a sale, you have this page. So you just scan a QR code, and then you virtually enter into a particular store. You can select whatever you want, and yeah, you go ahead and place an order. So that's something we are. Oh, this one, Lazy Hakuna. The Swahili dishes is not active. I wish it was. You see how we talk about the food and stuff. So in short, that is it's on the way. It should come in a few. So once we have it up and running, definitely, I will let you guys know. And as long as wanatumia the app, it's just a matter of energy update too. So that one will come. So I think that's clear. I see a question from Caro kwa messages about the offline. Yes. Now, actually, I had forgotten to mention that we are doing this new version. Eco much better on matters offline than whatever you have. So I know we have those businesses ambao mostly unapata they have an issue. Mtu anaenda akona ameweka vitu akiwa offline for whatever reason, and then amedhania ita update, inakuja inakosa. So right now with this new version, yes, that is now a possibility. Iko more stable, you'll be able to interact with that, the offline feature. So with that offline, now itakuwa possible that you can make the entries ukiwa offline. It will actually show there are some entries ambazo ziko offline. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because in case nikienda offline, itamaanisha there's no meeting, kwa sababu sasa hamtanisikia na hamtaona anything I'm doing. But at your free time, once you just create an account with that particular application, yes, you'll be able to check the offline feature. Itakuwa iko sawa sawa. So don't worry about that one, Caro. This is much better, but I'll prefer you interact with it kidogo, so that now you see how it works. Na kama kuna anything we need to improve, you can always let us know. So one thing about the app, by the way, we know we need you guys as well. It's not that we've gotten everything right. So kama kuna anything that is not working on your side, maybe on my side it's working, maybe on your side it's not, you can always raise the issue, and then we'll be able to check and maybe advise vile inastahili. So that one we will be able to check about the offline part, but should be okay. In most parts, it should be fine. Sawa sawa, Caro. Anyone else? Any other question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have this question from a client
Okay.
on the attendance.
Yes.
The sales for the attendance side only display up to 20
Okay.
transactions, such that the owner of the business, at the end of it, unless he looks at the attendance sales from his end,
Mm-hmm.
the attendant is not able to reconcile.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yes, yes, I do. Actually, that has been resolved with this one. I think with this one we won't have that issue. So maybe, oh, for you guys, we say this is the landing page, so the attendant will click the store attendant button here, and then they can log in. Let's see if we have the attendant hapa kidogo. Let's get this attendant. 839.85, 839.85, 839.85. Yeah. So now the attendant, by the way, also it's good I mentioned the attendant portal pay imebadilika. As you can see, this is not the normal attendant we are used to, so it's a bit different. But yes, now no matter the number of entries for that attendant, you're saying it was capping at ngapi? 20.
Yes, 20 transactions.
20 transactions. So this one, in short, this one you don't need to worry. I think this can go to as high as almost 1,000. So Nadhania, we've tried to expound on that on this particular version. So it will not happen. I think it will not really happen um, going forward. So hiyo nadhani itakuwa iko sawa sawa. It's not a problem. So you should be fine. Yes. So this is 28 entries already, Kim, and you can see all of them here. Yes.
Okay, I am referring to different transactions.
Not a problem, not a problem. No matter whatever the number. Okay, here for me, nimerahisisha tu nifanye only 2 entries. But even if you have all of them up to 28 entries or whatever the number, in short, with this one, you'll be able to get that one.
All right.
Yes, 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 yes. Anyone else? So just a quick one, Basi, in the next like 5 minutes or so. So we have wacha to log in kwa an affiliate here. So as I was
Okay.
saying, yes,
I wanted to ask,
yes,
in terms of stock management
yes.
per shop,
Mhm,
assuming that this shop has different products from this other shop,
mhm.
uh, I'm expecting that when the shop attendant picks
Yes,
or is assigned to a certain shop,
yes.
it will only show the items in that particular shop and not general, because it
Uh,
can be a huge load of data.
Definitely, definitely. So that's why you see, like in this one, this is Amina. So Amina only sees entries from Urembo Beauty. But you see, when you look at my store here, I already have 4 different entries. I have Urembo Beauty, I have Classic Boutique, I have Long Life Pharmacy, and I have Aftech Technologies. So Amina cannot see anything about Classic Boutique, Long Life Pharmacy, or this one. So in short, the attendants will only see entries or items from ile store yenye yeye amekuwa assigned. If I go to that other shop, by there, this is how you change. Under the current shop, you click there and then you change to whatever the store you want. So now I'm at Classic Boutique. So under Classic Boutique, like in this case, I don't have any attendant, but I can always add an attendant here, Sarah, and then I give them a password. So you see, if Sarah logs in as the attendant, he will only see entries from a Classic Boutique, the inventory from this particular store. So yes, there is no time at the attendant ataona pande hii na aone pande hii, hapana. Yeah, anaona only from one store, ile store ambayo umemwassign. You get?
Sawa kabisa. Yes, thank you.
Yes. So that's what we have. Sawa sawa. So the affiliate, I hope all of us, venye nilikuwa narudia nikisema, I hope all of us nimewatumia the login details. Kama sijakutumia utaniambia tu. And also the APK or the affiliate app. So once you interact with your affiliate app now, it looks something like like this one here. So this is the affiliate app. Okay, log into, we have this one here. So you have the links here with you. Let me do this one here. So you have the links here with you. We've said these links unaweza chukua tu ushare na on your social. So unaweza chukua hii ya Facebook uweke. So the reason as to why tume break down the links hapa, someone might want to know the performance of their links. So like today, how many people wame click links zako, ni wangapi wame sign up, total clicks ni ngapi, total sign up zimewahi kuwa ni ngapi, and then you're able to see here. So Facebook ni wawili na hivi, so that wewe mwenyewe you know where you can concentrate your energy, ujue ni vipi. Mine watu wangu wengi wanakuaga wako okay, naona tujaweka TikTok, wanakuaga wako kwa TikTok sana sana. So kuna link ya TikTok, that's what you give. Ama mtu mwingine yake ni Facebook or something like that. So you can always take the link here and then you can definitely share with it. But we say the most important thing is this code. This is the actually I want you can just note it somewhere ya kwamba this is the most important part, and you look at all the links, the code is the same, because that's what identifies you kwetu. So that code is very important. You just help them. We said code inatumika wapi? When someone is creating an account, pale mwisho towards the last step huwa inauliza referral code ama referred by. Now you request your guys waeke hii. You can be creative. Maybe waambie they get 3 days wakiweka hii code, that is 7 days, ama waambie wakiweka hii code, whatever the the gimmick utatumia, at least waweke code yako. Now whoever wakiweka code yako, definitely they'll be placed under your account. Now we have this one here, so you're able now to see how you earn based the 20% of watu wako wenye wamelipa. You're able to see that one here. So kila mtu vile amelipa, like this guy, this is a true guy. So this guy zile link ameweka and something like that one, this is the match amepata for this particular month, and tumekuongezea hapa. Should you want to do quick calculations, so you can say okay, if I'm to target 150 stores, so already na kucalculate 150, the assumption is multiplied by 500 Kenya shillings multiplied by 20%, so this is 15k. So if you can bring 150 shops and they pay every single month non-stop, then you can always get 15,000 from us non-stop. As much as they are paying, we are definitely going to give you that one. So that's number one. Number two, we also have what you call a quick customers analysis sign up for you. So unaweza ukaangalia uone okay, how many customers wameingia January, February wameingia ngapi, March. So based on efforts zako, you're able to see venye watu wako wamekuwa kiingia, and definitely you can follow them up. Yeah, and also the shops. So just like the customers, pia the shops, how many shops zimeingia in January, how many zimeingia in February, March, April, and so on and so forth. Remember, we said with shops, the best thing is one customer anaweza kuwa na shops mbili, whatever Sarah Kenya you are saying. So that's why unaangalia hapo unaona like in May I have like 4 sign-ups, but here maybe in May I only have 1. So the explanation is niko na customer mmoja lakini alikuja akaongeza duka 4. So hizi 4 akilipia kila duka, you always get that commission. So that's something that you're giving you. So we have that one there, number 1. Number 2, on my left, we have the customers. So here the customers, I'm now able to see the customers. This is what I was explaining. So unaweza kuona this customer akona duka ngapi, unaweza kuona huyu akona duka ngapi, amekuwa online lini mwisho, namba yake ya simu ni gani, aliingia lini na ni wa country gani. So you're able to see that. So that in case the customer ameingia and hajakuwa active, unaweza ukaangalia ujue ni vipi, mbona hajakuwa active. Unaweza mpigia ni aje di app inakupelekaje, sioni ukitumia app or something, akwambie because unajua iko hivi. Kama akona shida, you are able now to meet them, to explain to them, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you'll be able to do that one easily. So that's about the customers. Then the shops is just the same thing. Now you're able to see hizo shops sasa. Hizo shop locations ziko wapi, and then shops, remember shops haziwezi exist bila customers, but customer anaweza kuwa alijoin na haku create shop. You might want to know why. So that's the point. You can always see their stores, the customers, basically the shop. In case akona shida, this is the shop ID. Anaweza kuambia, you can reach out to us in case it's something, then you're able to get support ama to help them fix whatever the issue is. And then finally we have the payments. So the payments, now this is the most interesting part. So you're able now to see the customer ambaye amelipa, that is the shop name. I think there's a button, a page here, we should add the customer, that is the shop name, you should add the customer name, the transaction ID vile ililipo, the date paid, who customer alilipa lini, the amount paid, and the commission ulipata. Remember we said it's 20%. So you see, you can see, like in this case, for example, this guy alilipa 21,000. So out of this one, 20% yangu was 4,200. So this is what I got. So I'm able to see zile payment vile zimekuwa zikikuja na vile nimekuwa niki-earn. So here I have my gains history. I'm able to see that one. I have my withdraw history. So this is basically zile do nime withdraw. How do they do that? You just click here, withdraw. Maybe like this guy on a 7k amesota. Innocent is very good at this. Innocent, you know it. So umekuja hapa unaangalia, you have some 7k, umekoma mahali, you need 1,000 chap. You just request withdraw here. Then normally we say we process within 24 hours. But the easiest part is you just drop us a call or a text. Hi Ken, kuna kitu nime withdraw hapo, so unichekie. Then within maybe like 10 minutes or so, once kila kitu imekuwa confirmed, we just process, we send the money kwa account yako. Yes. Then of course we have your profile showing you the name, the email, just the basic stuff. Yes, you're able to do that one. Again, the affiliate ID is your ultimate thing kwa kutumia kwa the app. So this is where you get everything about the affiliate. Yes. So that's easy, that's simple. That's how the affiliate operates. You just, in case you have your computer, I'll share this link as well. In case unataka kutumia affiliate kwa web, that's the link. Kama unataka kutumia kwa app, I've shared that, but I'll also share pale kwa group so that now you'll be able to see vile itakavyokuwa. So we are saying that it's possible, and maybe now that we are here as the pioneers, nilikuwa nataka tuweke target 20 shops. Whoever signs the first 20 shops na zilipe. So if you do your calculations on your side, only 20 shops. So 20 shops, so that is 20 times 500 times 0.2. So that's 2k. So for that 2k, I'll add another, I'll add 1,000 bob. Yes, on top of that one. So just a minute, acha nishike hii simu hapo. Sorry for that. Yes, so we can do that. The first 20 customers, premium customers, whoever gets the first to that number, 20 customers, that is 2k. Basically, I'll add 1,000 bob. So as the bonus, the first bonus. And also now, talking of this one, we didn't want to, again, ile previous method tulikuwa na some guys na nini. So this time round again, as I started by saying, tunataka tukuwe na controlled design. So the materials, some t-shirts, najua, some merchandise and stuff, they'll come, but definitely we don't want kupatia Kimani the t-shirt, the kofia, and then immediately tunampata anaenda nao kulima viazi molo. Hapana. So, you know, we want to control that one. So this one will be basically on milestone achieved. So we're trying to have that discussion internally. Ikuwe ni aje, msi akifikisha milestone kiasi gani. So let's say whoever gets to about like 20 ama 50 or whatever the number tutakuwa now. Yes, we're giving you your 20%, but now ukifika that target ambayo we are trying to discuss internally, now we can say fine, the first bonus is tumesema ya leo to 20 customers, it's 2k you get from commissions. That is excluding you setting them up. If only you can charge hata kama ni surely, even if you charge them 3,000 Kenya shillings to just set them up. Niaje, Mary kuna ile hardware yako huwa naona ukuje umfanyie stock taking and stuff, umcharge 3k. Already umekula the 3k, then umekuja kwetu akalipa 1 year. Akalipa 1 year. So that is 5k. So the 5k akalipa tena ukatoa another 20%, that is 1,000, tena tukakurudishia. You do that, you reach the 20th customer, then of course tutaku add top up 1,000 bob for now. Then whoever gets to that number, we will see definitely hapo sasa tutaanza kuoffer the merchandise. So kama ni kofia, kama ni t-shirts, we'll be able definitely to reach out tukupatie and so on and so forth. So those are some of the milestones tuna try tuangalie tuone itakavyokuwa. Yes, up to that point. Anyone with a question?
You said it cannot be matched with the previous version, right?
Yes. For now, just like the other one, just like the current customers, when unaona wamereport hizo issues I was telling you, wanashindwa kusign up. It's the databases are different, so the format na kila kitu ni different. So that's the reason. But we are trying to see going forward, once to manage to migrate the data correctly to this new database, now nadhani itakuwa much easier again kutransfer plus the affiliate na kila kitu. But for now, hapana. It's a bit different, yes. Mm-hmm. Is that clear, Kimani? Kimani ametoka. Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, very much so.
Nice. Anything else? A question, Mugambi? Ujaongea Buddha?
Mi niko sawa, nimeelewa hiyo stuff.
Yes.
So naongojea recording sasa ndio nipitie stuff vizuri sasa.
Okay.
Poa.
Ni sawa. Innocent, Sarah, anything to ask? Something that's not clear, but I've tried to be as clear as possible. Perfect. No worries. Sarah, it's clear also on your side? Sawa. So I hope it's clear kwa kila mtu. So that's basically about StockApp and how you can be able to make extra coins. So yeah, let's see. The most important thing, tafadhali, try to follow us across all our socials. Some of these reports I may not be able to give, personalized update. Hey Kim, kuna this one. Innocent, kuna this one. Mugambi, kuna this one. Sarah Kenya, we have this one. Hapana. So the easiest way is just follow us on social media. In case to update anything, you're able to see, and then you can always, of course, update na ikuwe iko fiti. So once ukifanya hivyo, nadhani kila kitu itakuwa iko vizuri. Si ni sawa sawa?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys, for the 1 hour and around 10 minutes. Nadhani that's just a good step. It's now more clear what the app does. It's now more clear what you can do. And then you can always engage your group. We just maintain, of course, the professionalism that we can. Equate to its matters StockApp. So kuna any question hapo? In case kuna anything that I might want to communicate hapo about the affiliate and stuff hapo. And then kila kitu iko sawa. See, that's okay.
Sawa.
Thank you very much, guys. You enjoy your day na mkuwe na a blessed week. Please, if you feel kuna kitu hujaelewa, no worries, just reach out. We will definitely be here to guide you. Sini sawa?
Haya, poa.
Sawa. Thank you very much. You enjoy your afternoon.